Today we are reading Turning Red. If you want more no-prep learning activities after this video, visit laurenmartinbooks.com. To preview 180 days of preschool activities to teach every kindergarten readiness skill in minutes a day, click the link below the video or visit laurenmartinbooks.com. Now, let's read Turning Red, adapted by Cynthia Liu, illustrated by Nicole Lim, designed by Tony Faharan. Mei Lin Lee, or Mei for short, was a fun and feisty 13-year-old. She loved animals, making dumplings, and playing the flute. She adored her friends Miriam, Priya, and Abby, and her number one favorite band in the entire universe was Four Town. Mei also loved her home life, but she kept it very separate from her school life. She and her parents, Ming and Jin, took care of the Lee family temple, where they honored their most revered ancestor, Sun Yi, guardian of the red panda. One night, Mei had a weird dream about enormous red pandas, and they didn't seem friendly. When she woke the next morning, she discovered something huge and very furry. She had turned into a giant red panda, for real. Mei panicked. She hid in her bathroom. How could she show her furry face to anyone? Ming tried to check on Mei, but the smoke alarm went off in the kitchen. "My porridge," Ming said as she hurried off. Mei dashed to her room, then took a deep breath to calm herself. Poof! Her panda ears disappeared. She took another calming breath. Poof! Her tail disappeared. Before long, she was back to her human self again, except now she had red hair. Mei went to school and hoped no one would notice anything different, but a boy named Tyler started teasing her in front of everyone. Mei got upset and poof! Her panda tail came out. Mei went to class and calmed herself down. She pretended everything was normal, and then her mom showed up at school. Everyone gaped at Mei's mother. Mei, Ming cried, "It's Mommy." Mei was embarrassed. Poof! She exploded into Panda Mei and barreled out of the classroom. When Mei got home, Ming revealed that her ancestor, Sun Yi, along with all her female descendants, had the ability to turn into red pandas. Thankfully, there was a cure. During the next red moon, they could perform a ritual to seal Mei's panda spirit in a talisman like her mother's. Until then, Mei would have to keep her panda hidden. The next morning, Miriam, Priya, and Abby arrived to check on Mei and to tell her about an upcoming Four Town concert. When they came face to face with Panda Mei, they screamed. Mei burst into tears, but her friends cheered her up. After a group hug, poof! Mei turned human again. She was able to control her panda, and that meant she could go to the Four Town concert. Mei showed her parents how she could remain calm even under extreme circumstances. They were impressed, but Ming still wouldn't allow Mei to see Four Town. Mei and her friends wouldn't take no for an answer. At school, they tried to figure out a way to raise money for the concert tickets. Mei poofed into her panda to help inspire ideas. Unfortunately, two girls walked into the bathroom and saw her. "You're the cutest thing ever!" exclaimed one of the girls. They loved the panda so much they even offered to pay for it. That gave Mei and her friends the idea of the century: use the red panda to raise money for their concert tickets. Before long, Mei was the star of the school. The plan was working. Even Tyler loved her. He asked Mei to entertain the kids at his birthday party. But now there was a new problem. Mei learned that the Red Moon ritual was on the same night as the Four Town concert. Mei's grandmother and aunties arrived to help with the ritual. On the night of the Red Moon, the ceremony began and everyone chanted. Moments before Mei was fully separated from her pandas, she decided she couldn't go through with it. Boom! The ground shook and the temple filled with red smoke. When it cleared, Panda Mei was standing there in all her glory. "I'm going to the concert," she yelled as she ran out of the temple. How could she do this to her own mother? Mei exclaimed. Her fury was so intense that it shattered her talisman. Panda Mei ran through the streets toward the concert. She leaped into the stadium and poofed back into a girl. Miriam, Priya, and Abby embraced her. "Four Town, Four Town, Four Town," the crowd chanted. One by one, the pop stars took the stage. Nothing could ruin the moment for Mei except a humongous red panda. It was Ming. "Mei," she roared. The stadium was in complete chaos, while gigantic Panda Ming with glowing red eyes towered over the crowd. As Mei's family arrived and began to prepare for another ritual, Mei and Ming fought like they never had before. "You are in big trouble, young lady," bellowed Ming. "I'm shutting this down right now." "Mom, no!" Mei shouted. "This isn't you," Ming shouted back. "This is me," Mei exclaimed. She was so mad, she launched herself at her mother and crashed into her. Thwump! Panda Ming fell to the ground. She was out cold. Mei's grandmother and aunties each broke their talismans. Poof, 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 poof. They pulled Ming into a circle and began performing the ritual. Mei and Ming ascended into the astral realm. Ming walked through a mirror, separating herself from her panda. She beckoned May to come with her, but May shook her head. I'm changing, Mom. And it's not perfect, but I like it. I'm finally figuring out who I am. May relented. She placed her hand against May's. Don't hold back, she told her daughter. The farther you go, the prouder I'll be. After that concert, May's life changed forever, for the better. For once, there was harmony in her life. She could hang out with her friends and spend time with her mom, and she didn't have to hide her true self from anyone. May was free to be whoever she wanted to be. How can you apply this book to your own life? What can we learn from May? How can you be your true self and feel completely free? How do May's feelings about being a red panda change from the beginning to the end of the book? How do her friends' and family's opinions change about her? This book, like many books, uses symbolism to have one thing represent a bigger idea. For example, clouds parting for blue skies and sunshine may symbolize peace, hope, joy, and optimism. What could the red panda symbolize as it relates to May and her family heritage? Some people say the red panda symbolizes generational trauma, or how we inherit or learn past trauma, grief, fears and anxieties, or shame from our parents, grandparents, and ancestors. Whereas May's family tries to hide or bury these so-called bad parts of themselves, May learns emotional regulation strategies to channel her unique self for good instead of bad. For example, she takes deep breaths to calm herself, stay in control, and use her inherited traits positively and productively instead of losing control and becoming destructive. Some people say the red panda represents adapting to changes and finding your identity as you grow from a child into an adult. What can this book teach you about adapting to changes in your life? Being proud of what makes you unique, embracing diversity, accepting everyone for their individuality while also feeling free to be your true self. Is there a part of your identity or family culture or heritage that you feel you need to hide that you could instead share, ask questions about, or seek help with? Use paper and drawing materials or the notepad on your phone or device to draw or write about being proud of what makes you and your family unique and how you can confidently embrace your individuality, learn about your family heritage, and support your peers for their differences. Please like, subscribe, share, and click Lauren Martin Books below the video to enjoy more read-along stories and learning activities. For more free ideas and learning activities, visit laurenmartinbooks.com. Click the Amazon link below the video to buy the book or support the author by leaving a review. You can review this book on Amazon even if you don't buy it, and it will simply show up without the verified purchase stamp. Thank you for reading with me.